Hello again. In this installment of Spiritual Wisdom, I'm grateful to all of you following me here and of this little community here on YouTube. And I hope you're all doing well. And I'm grateful to all of you following me here and your continuous support of the channel as well. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Nicholas, and on my channel I talk about witchcraft, Wicca, paganism, self-love, crystals and magical properties, and I also do readings to the channel. And so all matter of philosophical and spiritual topics. So if you're interested in those types of things, you know what to do. Please subscribe, click the bell icon so you're notified each time I upload a new video. And this is a safe place if you're practicing witch, Wiccan, pagan, whatever spiritual path you be on, because there's no right or wrong spiritual path. Now, as the title and thumbnail suggest, I'm going to be doing a reading with my patron goddess Hecate. And Goddess Hecate wants for all of us to stand in our power, to believe in ourselves, to live our best life, and to be the sovereign, to understand we are the sovereigns, or the master of our life, and to be our sovereigns as well. So, that a big part of personal growth, because Goddess Hecate wants us to grow and become the best version of ourselves, a big part of that is letting go of certain energies that hold us back. So I've asked Goddess Hecate what energy does she want us to let go of, and I've used tarot here. So with the Five of Cups, the Five of Wands, this is Goddess Hecate saying, let go of the need to always be right, because a lot of us, you have a certain belief or principle, and that belief or principles are yours and yours alone, and you should honour them and respect them. But you shouldn't waste your time and energy trying to defend them, because there's people who are dedicated and uncommitted to not understanding you. So it's like you could fight to defend your beliefs, your values, or fight for people to like you or for people to understand. But that's a waste of time and energy. So God's like to say, don't get involved in petty arguments. So that's what she's saying. Don't get involved in petty arguments, excuses. Don't get involved in them as well. And then the Seven of Swords is like defending your beliefs, your values, standing up for yourself. But as it's reversed, God's like to say that it's important not to always be in defence mode. Where there are people where it can, God's like it's beautiful to share your beliefs, your values with the right people. But you've got to understand that you shouldn't always fight or try and defend your beliefs, because what you believe, you know it to be right and true, and that's all that matters. And I'm also hearing like a king, I'm saying like king or queen, so God's like saying like a king or leader would know what they would believe, and they would know when the right time would be to stand up for their beliefs and values and when not to. And also a leader would do what they believe to be right and true in their heart. A wise leader would do what they feel is right and true in their heart. So it's breaking away from this need to defend ourselves, to always be right by others. And it's accepting the fact that not everyone's going to like you and being okay with that. And not feeling the need to defend yourself all the time. Okay? And I also feel God says if people are bullying you and giving you a hard time, then you must be doing something right. You're on the path to success. Because if you think about it, many successful people, they're not loved or admired by everyone. Or a great inventor, they're not loved by everyone. Everyone laughs about their invention, but once the idea has been done, it's been proven, the invention's been made, people are enjoying and loving the invention. No one's laughing at that great inventor anymore. They're admiring their work. So it's breaking away from the need to always defend your ideas or beliefs and always be in defence mode, releasing your guard or having boundaries, but breaking away from trying to defend your beliefs from everyone, because not everyone's going to understand. With Four of Pentacles, this is about money or wealth, but it's like you can see the person's holding on to their money or wealth. So this is God's saying, a lot of us, we've got negative beliefs around money, our fears around money. And a lot of us, God's actually saying it's important to have a balance for your money and to look at money as a key. Because I'm seeing a key and God's actually is a social key. So God's actually, money is energy, it's a key, it opens doors. But it's not wise to hold on to money for dear life. But a lot of people, they fear about it, they're saving, they may save money up, but it comes from a place of fear, not love, passion. So it's important to have a positive mindset and attitude about money, finances. Okay. And to break away from that idea where you break away from holding on to money or negative thoughts about your money and finances. With Four of Cups, I feel like God's helped us. We need to learn to not. We tend to always dwell on the negative, what's going wrong in our lives, and just saying part of growth is looking at the positive, looking at what our life can be or what we want it to be. Because this person, they're focusing on their loss, what they've lost. They're focusing on the 3 cups on the ground. So they're focusing on their losses or what they've got. But they're very unhappy with their situation. They're very unhappy with what they've got. But they can't see the 4th cup, what better days will come, what opportunities will come. So God says we need to let go of feeling so sorry for ourselves, feeling down, and look at and understand that our negative or bad situation is just our current situation. So we need to break away from that looking down and being hard on ourselves as well. And then with the 6 of Swords, this is going to say that part of growth is letting go. It's moving away from people, things and situations that no longer serve you. And I'm seeing doors, and then God says there are many doors and levels you will go to in life as you grow, but not everyone's meant to meet you where you're at. And you are the master of your story. Some parts of the story are meant to happen and you've agreed to them before you came here. Other parts you decide yourself, but it's moving away from fear, negative thoughts, things that hold us back. It's moving away from that. With the Moon card, it's also not being... With the Moon card, I think it's seeing through illusions, things that are not true, but also not being over emotional, because sometimes people say things about us. So if people say things about you what might be unkind or untrue, and God said to say these things that people say to you are not nice, they're not kind, and then you take it personally. So we need to break away from, though it is a personal attack. Okay. Though it is a personal attack, we need to break away from the idea that someone, saying words or trying to bring us down is actually a reflection on us, when it's not. It's a reflection on them and how they feel and their insecurities as well. So if someone's saying things about us that are untrue of that, we always feel this need to defend. So part of growth is not always defending yourself, not always being on guard, and not taking things so personally, but understanding, as someone who used to get bullied and people would call me names, and I used to care a lot about what people think, I would take it personally, but actually I realised that it was never about me, it was them. They were jealous of me or envious, or they were unhappy in their own life and they were not in a good mental headspace. So their way of dealing with that was rather than do the inner work and do healing and reflection on their problems, they took out their pain on other people, and I just happened to be one of their individuals, one of their victims, But there are other people, and some of you watching maybe you've experienced that. So it's learning not to. Part of growth is not learning to take other thoughts and other people's perspectives personally. With Eight of Swords, God's saying a lot of us, before we find growth or we evolve, we are in darkness. You know, we are in darkness and we feel trapped, we feel blind, you know. And God said to us, in order to grow, we must experience the darkness first. And we do. And that is something we've agreed to. And, you know, like, I feel like I didn't always love myself, but it wasn't hate I had for myself. I didn't like myself very much. But walking my spiritual path, working with God's hecate, it's helped me love myself, it helped me be more confident, and she's helped me be more confident and believe myself. But I made a video a long time on the channel, and I talked about chains, how we all find ourselves in chains, and these chains are not physical chains, they're spiritual things like validation, approval, caring what other people think about us. These types of things we need to break away from because they make us feel trapped and stuck as well. And then when we try and fit in, and I'm hearing the word stand out, we're meant to stand out. And God said to say, you're born standing out, but society wants you to blend in. But you're not meant, you were born standing out for a reason. So it's breaking away from the ideas that you have to blend in, but you have to be like everyone else because you're not like everyone else. And breaking away from validation, approval, caring what other people think of you as well. With this, I feel it's about growth and involvement. But God's hecate also says we need to break away from this idea that growth is fast. But yes, you can have fast growth, but with that type of growth, it tends to crash and burn. God said this, in the best way to grow is slow and steady, because she's shown me a tree and a plant. I'm seeing like an oak tree, but it's big and expansive. But I'm seeing it as a baby and then going through the process. So God said to saying, and I'm also seeing like a basil plant. So God said to saying, growth takes time, and it takes time to grow and expand. Doesn't happen overnight. It takes time to grow, to evolve. So we need to break out of this idea but we need to grow fast and quick. With the lovers here, I feel like this is God's hectic, and we need to break away from this idea what people need to love us, or they need to love what we're doing. Because at the end of the day, many great artists are great people. They done things they loved, enjoyed. Some people admired that work and that at the time. But then God says many great people, their love, their creation, their great works were not admired until after their death. So God says we need to break away from this idea that we need to be loved or liked by others. Instead, part of growing is working on yourself, working on your goals, your dreams, and being true and being authentic, being yourself. And then with the Knight of Wands, this is someone charging into a situation. So this is God saying we need to break away from this energy of always taking action, always charging. We need to think carefully about a decision before we make it as well. And if the decision we're about to make feels right in our heart and soul, then it's a good decision. But it's never wise just to go all in guns blazing as well. And I also feel the Lovers card, guys, like this saying this to me. We need to break away from this idea that love is very sacrificial. Where yes, of course, you will make sacrifices to the person you love, but some people that get into love, and be it romantic, platonic, and like the relationship is very sacrificial, where it's not benefiting the other person. The person loves that person, they care about them, but the other person may also have feelings, but it's not benefiting both people. It's just with the other person sacrificing themselves and their power. So we need to break away from that concept of love as well, and understand that love should benefit both parties. And then with the Eight of Cups, God says that a big part of growth is walking away from people, things, and old mindsets and behaviours which no longer serve you as well. And now on to the other part of the reading, which is what energies we need to, what type of energies we need to embrace in order to grow and expand. Mother, friend, teacher, what type of energies do we need to grow in order to expand? So with the Fool card, I feel like this is going to say is part of the energy we need to merge is like being a dreamer, thinking big, thinking about our dreams, and following our heart and our dreams and daring to take risks. It's an energy we need to embark in order to grow. It's about believing in ourselves, taking risks, and following our heart, and understanding what success, life itself is a journey, and to embrace the journey of life and success and the lessons it teaches. With Ten of Wands, but this card, it usually does indicate working hard, and having burdens does indicate working hard and having burdens. But I feel in this card, because Hecate is saying part of success or growth is putting the hard work in, working hard to achieve your goals and dreams. And it may sometimes, hard work may be backbreaking or hard work, but it's necessary sacrifice, And part of growing is working hard, following our passions, our dreams, but putting the hard work in to achieve it. With the King of Wands, this is understanding we are the master and leader of our life, because we've got the power to manifest our dreams and our goals. So it's understanding we are the power and the sovereign of our life, and following our passions and dreams as well. And then with Four of Swords, it's part of growth is learning to take care of ourselves, resting when we need to rest, nurturing ourselves, and taking good care of our health. With Justice, I feel part of growth is also finding balance and clarity in our life. With this card as well, it's like finding balance and clarity, part of growth. And that's what God's saying, part of personal growth is finding clarity and order in your life as well, and understanding that those who've wronged you will get their just desserts as well. That type of energy as well. With Five of Pentacles, this is God's saying part of growth is also daring to be yourself. And when you be your true and authentic self, you're standing in your power. But it does risk abandonment, because a lot of people, they want to, I'm saying a sheep, so a lot of people want to blend in, because it's safer to be part of the herd or the herd mentality. But a wise person does not blend in, or a person who wishes to learn and grow and be successful, they don't blend in. They understand, but not everyone likes them. But they don't do what they do to be liked. They follow what they love and enjoy. And that love or that enjoyment brings them success. So part of it is, part of growth is understanding what you will. Sometimes you've got to fall. And then the falling, the setbacks, they're just lessons in disguise. And also you have to understand that not everyone's going to like you or like the work that you do, is what God's is saying here as well. With the Hanged Man, this is like Neptune energy. So it's about imagining your dreams, your order, but also part of growth is you will feel your world's turning upside down because part of growth is changing. You're constantly changing and evolving, and there's people who will accept that, will embrace that energy, and want to change and evolve and grow with you. But not everyone is going to embark on you in that journey, as well as what God is saying here. Okay. And then with Nine of Wands, it's again God is saying it's not always about defending your beliefs or your ideas, because not everyone, there are people that are committed to not understanding you, so it's important not, there's a time to speak and a time not to, but with the Nine of Pentacles, it's learning to protect your energy, your boundaries, and look after yourself. Now the Six of Wands, God says part of growth is being successful, but you receive this success by learning to love yourself, by trusting yourself, and self-love, trusting yourself. This builds up over time is what God is saying. And then the Ten of Cups, part of personal growth and the energy we need to embrace is doing what makes us happy, what brings us joy, what's beneficial for us as well. And then with the Judgment card, part of personal growth is learning to make decisions, learning to make judgments for ourselves. And yes, God says that I will guide, I will give advice, and you're never alone when you have to make a decision. And a decision, God said to saying, I rule over decisions, is what she's saying, because a decision is liminal space and I rule over that. So I will guide with a decision, but part of growth and evolving is making your own decisions, your own judgments as well, and thinking for yourself is part of growth. Learn to take advice, guidance on board, but never always think for yourself and make your own decision, your own judgment as well. Okay. And then with the Crystal Oracle, I'm just going to see with this deck if there are any energies God's hecate is saying we should walk away from as well. Okay. Mother, friend and teacher, what energies do we have to break away from in order to grow? So with selenite, it's cleansing and clearing, so we have to clear out a lot of negative thoughts. Part of that, because a lot of us, we've got negative thoughts, but we're not good enough, we're not worthy, we know what we dream or what we desire, but then we feel we're not worthy of our dream or desire. That never happened to me, so we have to cleanse and clear those negative thoughts, acknowledge them, and transform them into something more positive as well. So this is like get laser focused. So I feel God says part of the energy we need to break away from is distractions. And the distraction is always feeling the need to defend our work, our beliefs, always being in defence mode as well. Always feeling the need to over-explain ourselves. So it's walking away from that energy, breaking away from that and focusing on our dreams, our goals, and just instead of explaining our goals and dreams, just work upon them and let your work and your art explain itself, is really what God's saying here as well. Get back into balance. So again, energy we need to break out of is unbalanced, doing too much, taking our health for granted, and caring what other people think and living for other people, which brings our life into unbalance. So that's an energy we need to break away from as well. Are there any other energies, mother, friend, teacher, we need to break away from? So this is called, red jasper is known as the stone of action. So I feel it's like we need to break away from not taking action, expecting things, everything God says everything will work out for you, but sitting doing nothing and just expecting things to get better is not going to change anything. So you have to take action and take steps and actions to make what you want happen. And God says that miracles happen when you take actions, miracles happen and doors open. And then live in the now. A lot of us, we have to break away from this energy of always focusing on the next best thing. You know, we're always looking for the next, what tomorrow brings or what the future brings. And though that's good to, God's like to say it's good to prepare and all that, we should learn to enjoy the present moment, because all we've got is the present moment. So we need to break away from this energy, always focusing on the next. And I hear the word gratitude. So gratitude, having a gratitude journal, writing in your gratitude journal, this breaks us out of this energy of living for, you know, what will be, or focusing on what will be as well. Okay? I'm just going to ask us, Hector, what energy do we need to embrace in order to grow? Angels and guides, what energy do we need to break away from? Sorry. Goddess Hecate, mother, friend, teacher. What energy do we need to break away from in order to grow? Go with the flow. So we have to let go of what we can't control. We can't control the thoughts, the opinions, how other people perceive us. We can't control that. And God said we shouldn't waste our time trying to get people to like us or fighting to explain ourselves. We should just focus on what we can control, our thoughts and actions, and let people do what they're going to do. Ignite your passions. And again, part of growth and part of becoming your best version is to know what you love and enjoy, and to pursue what you love and enjoy as well, to pursue that energy and to pursue your passions and your goals as well. And get over your own way. Part of personal growth is again getting the energy we have to embrace is acknowledging our negative thoughts and behaviours, and what thoughts or things to get in our ways, acknowledging them and then changing those negative thoughts into something more positive as well. Because a lot of us, we get in our own way as well. Remember our worth. So part of growing, becoming your best version, is knowing you're already worthy, but you're a being of the divine, you're a spiritual being, having a human experience, and you're created to all what is. You're created to all what is. You're created the energy of the moon, Jupiter, the sun, all the planets, stars, the four elements, all these energies live within you. And if you look at your physical body, your physical body represents earth, the air you breathe represents air, your aura, your chakras represent fire, and then your life force energy represents your soul, your fire, and then the blood what runs through your veins represents water. And the veins in our body tend to be blue, and then blue connects with water, the colour blue. So to me, there are no coincidences, so it's understanding you're worthy because you're connected to all what is. You're worthy of your dreams, your desires, and your spiritual being connected to the cosmos. And the higher power created all things, and therefore that energy of the higher power lives within you. So you're one with the sacred, we all are, and that's what makes us worthy. And that's the energy we have to embrace. I'm already worthy of my dreams, my desires, and I'm worthy just as the person I am. Make decisions. So part of growth, we have to make our own decisions. We can receive guidance, counsel, but you have to make your own decisions. And I'm also getting this, as God's Hecate is giving me the King of Wands, but as I've seen a king and a queen, it's like God's Hecate says that a king and queen would take counsel, but at the end of the day they would make their own decisions. So part of growing and becoming the best version of you is making decisions for your own life, but making them from an intuitive, heartfelt place as well. Creating your own luck. Part of growing, emerging is, creating your own opportunities, coming up with these great ideas, looking at your dreams, and creating a life that's built around what you love and enjoy. And that opens doors for you as well. And schooling yourself in. And God says that knowledge brings empowerment. The old saying like knowledge is power, which is true. Knowledge brings empowerment in yourself. So with skill yourself in, it's learning what you're passionate about, what you're growing, studying topics what you love, and topics that fascinate and interest you, and learning and growing is part of that as well. So that's another energy we need to embrace as well. Okay. Light up. So again, with the light, it's about embracing knowledge, understanding, and looking at things from a positive perspective as well. Okay. The Unicorn Oracle deck, I'm just going to see what messages here Goddess Hecate's got. What energies do we have to let go of in order to grow, Mother, Friend, Teacher? So with this wish upon a star, it's Goddess Hecate saying, well, yes, we should dream and wish, but she's saying we need to break away from this idea of just wishing or praying for something to happen, but not taking action to make it happen will somehow make it happen, So we need to break away from that energy as well, is what I'm feeling here. Where you should just wish and just think positive, and without any action, but you don't have to act, but there'll be no changes. And God is saying it's good to wish and dream, but you have to take actions that align with your desire in order for it to manifest as well. Now this card, it's like you are great, you are intelligent and talented. So I feel here it's breaking away from that energy, but you're not good enough, you're not worthy, and you're not but you're not good enough as you are. You have to be something you're not, pretend to be something you're not, and you have to please others, or you have to get other people's approval. You have to be validated by others. But other people's thoughts should matter to you, type of thing. So God thinks that we need to break away from that energy, but we're not good enough, we're not worthy, but we're not amazing and wonderful just the way we are. What other energies do we need to break away from, Mother, Friend, Teacher? Listening to you. So the card message is listen to your own feelings. Like people can bring the worst out in us, and they can encourage us to do things we know in our heart and soul are wrong. So again, it's thinking for yourself. So it's good to seek advice or guidance, and God says we should take good advice and guidance on board, but never stop thinking for yourself, because someone could lead you down the garden path. So we need to break away from that energy of letting other people do the thinking for us and start thinking for ourselves as well. So it says here very soon what you're asking for will happen. So I feel we need to break away from this idea that what we want out of life will never happen, but there's no point working towards it, type of thing. I feel we need to break away from that energy as well, is what God's saying here. Trust. So this is truth. So we need to respect other people's personal truths, but we need to understand that just because it's true for them, but it doesn't necessarily make it true for us. So this comes into other people's beliefs, respecting other people's beliefs and principles, but honouring our truth and not just following someone else's wag bag, and is the energy I'm feeling here. Okay. Mother, friend and teacher, what energies do we need to embrace in order to grow? Right. So this is like drinking more water, but I feel it's like God's like to say like drinking more water, looking after ourselves, making sure we're eating healthy, we're nourishing ourselves. Light. With the light, it's honouring our knowledge, our understanding, and looking at life from a positive perspective as well. What you're waiting for, your patience will be rewarded. So God says part of personal growth is working hard to achieve our dreams and goals, and knowing in time our hard work will grow like a beautiful tree. So part of growth is embracing the energy of patience, and patience is a reward. Okay. With love, I feel God is saying we need to embrace the energy of love, but it's self-love. It's learn to love and respect ourselves first, and to fill up our own emotional cup. Right? And then this is finish what you've started. So again, God said to taught me this a long time ago, but it's sacred to finish what you've started. If you start a project with love and joy, and you still love the project or the idea, then it's important to finish what you've started. And part of success is doing what you love and embracing something you love and enjoy and seeing it through to the end. With happy thoughts, this is God's technique. We need to embrace the energy of positive thinking, positive thoughts, and looking at life or situations from a different perspective as well. So, God's saying with this oracle deck, for encouraging me to focus on the aspect of growth here. So what energies, mother, friend, teacher should we embrace in order to grow? Healing. So we've all got healing to do in this life, and part of growth is healing ourselves. It's learning to eat healthy foods that nourish our bodies, that are good, exercising, which I like to joke about here and say that exercise is just a posh way of moving, a fancy word for moving the body. That's what it is, because exercise could be as simple as listening to your favourite music and dancing, or it could be walking in nature, but doing things that help us heal and grow. And then with ideas and inspiration, it's like part of growing, becoming our best version is honouring our ideas and following what inspires us, what motivates us as well. When miracles, it's God says we have the power to make miracles happen by thinking about what we want. We can do the spiritual work first, but that spiritual work has to be aligned with action in the everyday world as well. And spell work, this is something God said He's taught me very much about spell work, because if you do a money spell to get, and the intention is to get a job or a job promotion or a new job, you have to go out looking for a new job or put the application in. So it's like we have the power to make miracles happen as well. With signs, part of growth and being in a spiritual journey is looking out for signs And these signs can come up in dreams, they can come up in your waking life as well. With Archangel Michael, I feel this is the warrior energy, so it's learning to fight for what you want in life and work hard to achieve your goals and dreams as well. And then with friends, this is, with God says, part of growth is creating beautiful connections with your tribe in life, people that understand you, but are on a similar journey to you, and they love and understand you. We answer prayers. Part of growth is taking it in your hands and take the necessary actions and steps to make things happen, or to make your prayers happen or become reality, or to make your dreams a reality as well. And then support, allowing yourself to be supported and guided as well. So the energies God said, but we need to let go of, is always needing to fight for ourselves, fighting for validation, approval, or to be liked, or fighting to defend our beliefs and values all the time, being in defence mode. Our unhealthy habits with money, we need to let go of that. And things that make us feel trapped in life, they might feel good, but they make us feel trapped, like the Eight of Swords, feeling trapped down, stuck. And energies we need to embrace in order to grow is loving, accepting ourselves, doing what we love and enjoy in life, and doing something because we love and enjoy it, not for validation or approval, and doing things that help us heal, grow, and nurturing and looking after ourselves as well. And as we do what we love and enjoy, this will bring us victory and success as well. And as always, I hope this reading helps, it resonates with you as well, and brings some guidance for the collective as well. Until next time, stay safe, walk your spiritual path with pride, and if you're a practice much, you may stay with you. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, as this helps the channel grow as well. And until next time, look after yourself, take care, and know that the universe is always conspiring for your highest good. May meet, may part, and meet again. Blessed be.